Hello and welcome. In this video, we are looking at paper one. We are looking at paper one. This is the paper on the 21st of January 2024, and we're looking at English as language 2. The code of this paper is code I. So, in case you have a different code, you just have to mix and match and check which option has been given where. So, this was quite a simple paper, and even the passages used were of a very simple nature, not a very difficult paper. So let's see. The first passage is about Dorothy, Lion, and the Scarecrow. Study the following statement. The Scarecrow gathered nuts as the tree was full of them. So this is wrong because, well, he was doing it for Dorothy. He feared for his life, uh, so he got busy. So he was scared, but he feared for his life. No, he was scared. So this is also wrong. So he was scared of the fire, but he feared for his life. No. So both A and B are wrong. Study the following statement. So again, Dorothy was obliged to the scarecrow. Yes, although it's not mentioned, but yes, she was obliged. He vanquished his hunger with nuts. This is not specifically mentioned, so we'll take it as a no. He gathered so many nuts so that no one would remain hungry. Uh, we really don't know. It could be inferred, but so I'm going to go with B and C are wrong and A is right. Let's see what CTET tells. Okay, no one ever knew what it was. So what is this? So this is a noun clause. First of all, it's a clause, and second, what kind of a clause? This is here. It's a noun because it is the object. Whenever you say, "I know mathematics," mathematics, mathematics, for example, is acting as the object of the verb for the person subject. Is acting as the object of this verb. No. So suppose you say I know maths or I don't know maths. So maths is acting as the object for this verb. So here is the same thing. No one knew what it was. This is a noun clause. 124, she would not be hungry. So not here is an adverb. Which of the following statements is not true? So the scarecrow was afraid that lion would kill him. This is not true. Lion could not eat nuts. This is given as true. He decided to hunt his prey, and Dorothy was amused. This is true. So the first one is the one which is not true. They kept her snug, which means nearly the same. So this is cozy. To be snug means to be cozy. Which one of the following statement is true? Uh, is true. Scarecrow is not caring. This is not true. He knew that nuts were good for Dorothy. Uh, we'll come to this. He shelled the nuts. This is not mentioned. It mostly goes on bushes, so it grows on trees. So he knows that nuts are good for Dorothy. The only one which will be true out here. Which of the following statement is true? So Scarecrow was kind-hearted as he filled the basket. He helped. So this is also true. This is also true. He kept the lion away from Dorothy. This is not mentioned. So both one and two. So the answer is four. Both one and two are true. Another passage. This is about a birdie. So this, unless you understand what a birdie means, uh, this could be a moderately hard passage. So why should a birdie have sharp ears? So a birdie should have sharp ears so that you can easily locate them from their chirping. It's written out here, spotting a bird in a foliage is hard enough, but if you can hear them, you know where they are. So one can easily locate them from their sound. Study the following statement. Different chirpings of birds evoke different emotions in the birdie. Yes, this is true, because out here he says some will remind you of as if they are going to pick a fight, then they make meaningful civilized conversation. So these are different. Every bird call evokes a different reaction, memory, or emotion. So every different chirpings evoke different emotions. This is true, and sometimes makes birds make their nest hidden from public view. So this is also true. So both A and B are correct. Study the following statements. The writer approves of the conduct of Delhi people. No, he doesn't. He finds them belligerent. Indian menas are generally known for their noisy quarrels. Yes, and they can also be found enjoying themselves. So B and C are right, and A is wrong. 132. Who is a birdie? So a birdie is a person who watches birds, not catches necessarily. He watches birds. It was a wild, exultant laugh. So what kind of a laugh? Laugh is a noun, so exultant therefore becomes an adjective. Laugh here is a noun. It was a wild laugh. So it was something. So therefore, this is an adjective. Belligerent, in your face. So the word which means the same as belligerent is hostile. It's not noisy, it's hostile. When you're belligerent, you're being hostile. The first bird call I heard. So this is an what is it that you heard? It's an adverb clause. So So when did you hear this? So as I left the house, so this is an adverb clause. This is not a principal clause. So with that, we come to the end of the comprehension passages. Let's move on to the pedagogy. 136, assessment tools and processes at the foundational stage should be designed in a way that they become a natural extension, definitely, of the child's learning. Explicit tests, no. Described an analysis, no, not at the foundational stage, and common single method, no. Children's cognitive development and language is closely related to the culture of the community. So, stimulus response is a negative tag verb, master, born with a tool, development bear no relationship. These are all wrong. So, it is closely related to the culture and community in which the children live. 138, one of the best ways to learn a second language is constant interaction or contact with the native. This is the best way. Language learning is an intensive process that begins at birth and continues throughout life. So would you agree or disagree? This is totally true, and therefore I will agree with this statement. Along with print books and audio books that engage the tactile abilities of young children should be a part of the classroom. So I'm going to go with it makes the books more accessible to diverse learners. However, this option, bringing variety, is also a close second. I'm going to go with more accessibility for diverse learners because they're specifically mentioning print books, audio books and tactile books. I'm, of course, presuming that what the teacher wants is that the same story or the same book is available in three forms so that the children can pick up whichever one suits their learning style. So I'm going with three. Let's see what CTET says. 141, the teacher asked the students of class 5 to read the story quickly and put the four pictures. So what is this kind of a thing doing? So this is looking for practicing to read the gist. So you should just be able to understand what the story is and then look at the pictures and put it in order. So this is giving them practice to read for the gist. So quickly she has asked them to do it. So the operative word. 142, the reading has certain learning aims and tasks, and learners are supposed to read the text in detail, concentration, cue. What is this? So, this is intensive reading. The students learn patterns of language by repeating model sentences that the teacher provides. They memorize set phrases, receive positive reinforcement. So, this is the audiolingual method. So set patterns. They will learn something and keep repeating them. This is the crux of our audiolingual method. Learners are memorizing grammar rules, vocabulary, and large amount of work is being done in their mother tongue. So this is the grammar translation method. Because in the natural approach, direct method, and communicative teaching, we are not really focusing so much on the mother tongue. If children hear two languages spoken around them, what will this exposure do? So this will put them at an advantage because they will be able to really learn language very well. A big challenge in learning to read is finding motivation and good children's literature. So to overcome this challenge, so the teacher should provide easily accessible children's literature and generate interest, motivate them. So you don't give it up to parents and ask them, give them homework and taking them to book fairs. This can be done, it's not practical. So third is the best option. To assess reading skills at the primary level, what should the teacher most focus on? So yes, reading for with understanding is the most important thing you should focus on. A good speaking activity is one during which learners talk most, not participation only by the outspoken students. All the learners should talk more. 149. At the beginning of the lesson, a teacher divided the class into groups and asked them to talk about an interesting newspaper article they had just read. So, this is again oral fluency practice. This is when you are just learning to read. This is not active listening at all or guided oral practice. This won't be guided because the teacher has not told them what to say. You just said, you just talk about this. So, this is a fluency practice. The whole language approach is meaning based. When you're doing a whole language approach, you're focusing on the symbols. So with this, we come to the end of language 2 of paper 1 of the 21st January CTET paper. And this completes the entire set for paper 1. In case this was useful, do put in a like. And if you're studying for the CTET, do subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching.